Today I tried to improve a few things. So I have a white sheet of paper for background, so no reflection. I have more light, I'm closer to the window. I'm using a pen which is black graphite. This one is H grade. I hope you guys know all about those things. H is hard graphite, leaving not too much graphite on the sheet of paper. I have an HB, which is more common, which is a bit darker, and a 4B, which is really leaving a lot of graphite and makes really black line on the sheet of paper. So for the sketch, for the beginning, I always try to use the H grade. So we'll start today with a circle, like for all the faces we've been drawing so far. And today we will make a woman first. Or a man, I can't remember. I've done this video yesterday in French, and right now I'm not sure, but doesn't matter. So we cut, we make a vertical line to split the face in two, then 3/3 in horizontal, the nose in at the cross at the first third. And because now we have grown-ups, we will cut the side of this circle like 1/3. You can see I'm showing you the face and 3/3 on the other side. So we are cutting 1/3 to make the face longer, because kids have really rounder faces and grown-ups a bit longer and thinner features. So now we will erase those two sides, left and right. And now we can make the ears just like we used to. So the ears, actually I'm drawing now the eyes, so below the top third of the face, and above the nose for sure. So we have our nose, our eyes. Not sure what I had in mind when I made the video in French. Anyway, I'm finally drawing the ears, aligned with the bottom of the eye. I do the same on the other side. I try to align the bottom and the top of the ear, left and right. Now, I'm adding the hair on the side of the skull of our, I guess it's a man I'm drawing right now. And I will try to make a kind of trendy haircut. Well, trendy, I'm not sure. It's changing every day. So let's say a fun haircut. With 3 teeth. Don't push too hard on your pencil, so that you can erase if you're unhappy with what you've done. And of course, what I'm showing is that those teeth or whatever cannot enter inside the skull of the guy. Huh? So you can make big teeth or small teeth or whatever haircut you'd like, but it cannot enter inside the skull or the initial circle we've been drawing. And now I'm making the hairline, and yeah, I'm happy with it. So now I can erase the construction lines. Oh yeah, I've got a kind of brush. I bought this. I've got no idea what it's meant to be initially, maybe painting, but I use this to avoid doing this with my hand and having graphite on my hand and then smearing it all over the paper. So I use this. Yeah, it's really handy. It's not leaving any traces on the paper, and then you can really make complex drawings for hours with a lot of lines, and without having it all dark in the end of the day. It's really something. If you want to draw with graphite pencils, it's really handy. So now it's clean. We can finalize the eyes. So a dark line at the top and the bottom. Of course, the inside will make it darker. We'll make this one looking at the top left. When you raise like this, you try really not to have your hand over what you've drawn. Otherwise, you will really put graphite everywhere. So yeah, you cannot really see what I'm doing. Or you use a piece of paper to put below your hand. But yeah, be careful. So now we could have had a young guy, but yeah, I wanted to make something different this time, so I'm making a bird. I guess it's said like that in English, bird, for my character. So it's just lines coming from the nose to half, the left and right half, and then from the top of the ear down. Yeah, we could have drawn a short bird like that, but I want more something like Santa's, Santa Claus. So, and yeah, in line with the hairstyle. I'm doing something like that on this character. If you don't like it, make something different, no issue. And here I'm erasing the chin of this guy. Now we can add a mouse. So yeah, small mouse. If you want to make it bigger, you can. Again here, just like on the other faces I've been drawing so far, I'm just making it dark on the side, not on the top center. Yeah, I think it's quite okay now. What to add? Oh yeah, this is normally where I'm starting using another pencil with the 4B or 2B grade to make darker the outer shape or outer line of the character, so that it pops, so that it's more readable or visible on the sheet of paper. So as you can see here, I'm not using the normal rotation of my wrist, so I'm turning the page so that I can do my curves in a more natural way and more controlled. Should always turn your page if you need. It's really better. So here again, the hairline darker, not too dark. The darkest line should be at the bottom of the face. The eyes should be, as I said last time, really dark to attract our eye. And as you can see, the 4B is really making black line if you press a bit against the paper. So here we have the eyes finished, a bit of shadow below the nose. Yeah, the line for the bird, don't push it too hard. The ear, the top should not be too dark, the bottom yes, so I will push more on the bottom and here because it's in the shadow. Here as well. The bottom here should be dark for sure. And yeah, you see I turn the page again to have my normal rotation of the wrist. It's a lot easier to control. Here we have, I think the man finished. I had the eyebrows I can add. I make them thin, we could make it thicker. It's really a matter of choice and taste. Right. So yeah, I think now we can start the woman. And I think I will have to change pencil because sketch with a 4B is not so great. I will leave a lot of graphite on the paper, but okay. A circle, a vertical central line, 3/3, the nose still in the same place. Yeah, so you see I'm changing pencil now for a hard one, H. I will cut again 1/3 on left and 1/3 on the right side to make the face longer and thinner as it is a grown-up. So here we have more or less the definition of the outer shape of the face. The eyes still below the top third of the face. So we can, I think, yeah, erase the left and right sides. Again, I use my magic brush to clean the sheet of paper. But as you can see, my paper is still white after about 20 minutes of drawing, so it's quite efficient. So I can suppress some of the construction line. Yeah, up. Now I can add the neck, since my lady won't have a bird. So now we can add, I think, the ears. Yeah, so the bottom of the ears align more or less with the bottom of the nose, and the top of the ear align with the bottom of the eyes. So just like last time, quarter of a circle, small circle, a line left and right, And we have, those ears are quite big. It's not really realistic, but it's fine. And it's easy to make. And proportion-wise, you can play, you make them bigger, smaller, a bit higher, a bit lower, and you will see what happens, and if you like it better. So now I make my lady smile a bit. So again, I'm making it dark on the sides, not too much in the center. I'm making the hairline with some hair nearly in the eye of the lady. Yeah, the camera focus is deciding on strange stuff from time to time. I really like this not to move. I don't know how to block it, but So now I'm making curls for the hair below the face. The top I'm trying to stick with the skull of my character. So yeah, tend to work okay. So I can erase what I don't need anymore. Yeah, now it's clean. And I'm not too happy with the nose, it's too big. I prefer to have a small nose for a lady. So I'm making it a bit smaller. I'm also not too happy with a few details. Yeah, so I think I will make the mouth a bit smaller, but that's not the only issue I have with this drawing. Yeah, so the connection between the neck and the face, I don't like it, so I erase it. And the jaw is really squarish, which is for a woman not so great, so I'm making it rounder. Again, some issue with the focus of my camera, but yeah, I'm making basically the bottom of the face rounder, and then I reconnect the bottom of the ears with what I've changed. So cleaning, erasing, and finalizing. Still, I don't push too much on my pen, especially with the edge grade. If you push too much, you will really engrave the paper. So it starts to be a bit more, I don't know if we can say that in English, womanly, but it looks better. And the eyes are too high for me, so I will make them maybe a bit smaller and a bit lower. But really see, if you change 1 millimeter to the left, to the right, to the top, to the bottom, you're changing your character. It's amazing. You really have to try it out. And that's why I never press too hard on the pencil in that first phase of sketching, because quite often, especially if I'm looking for options, I really need to be able to change stuff. Here, eyelashes. And bottom of the eye a bit darker. The center of the eye a bit dark. And you see the difference between edge grade and on this woman face and what I've drawn with 4B on the man next to it. It's really gray lines with the H pen and nearly black line, not as dark as ink, but almost. for the man with 4B pencil. Yeah, we have a woman, I think. Now we'll have to finalize with a 4B pen the dark lines, I think. Yeah, exactly. So again, the light coming from the top is making everything lighter on the top of the face. So lighter means thinner lines and not as dark. And for what is in the shadows at the bottom of the face, we use this 4B with darker lines and maybe thicker lines to show that it is in the shadow. But of course, this phase can only be done once you're happy with the first part of sketching. And also, when you start to use either ink, black ink, or a soft pencil like this, 4B, this is when everything gets dark, but also stiff. If you make all the connections, if you connect all the lines, if you make it, let's say, thick lines everywhere, it won't work. It will be stiff, lifeless. So you really have to not really connect everything, make some part of the lines darker, some part lighter, so that it becomes a bit lively. But that's details. If you make everything the same thickness, the same darkness, it will look okay as well. It's just, let's say, for the one that want to try out more advanced features in their drawing. So you see here on the top, I'm not pushing all the way, same thickness, same darkness for the air. I think we have it. So I think, the lady's face is a bit smaller than the guy, but with the computer you can solve this very easily.